rock it like rocket fuel.
Blow your mind.
Why you do that like that? It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. I cop a car, I run it back. Go your then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Hello? That's the check calling. Let me click over real quick to let my check talk it. I eat it, ooh, Pac-Man. That's the way my neck talking. Right? I ain't never coming back. The way the stress. You don't make no clap back when you backpack, my bad. But I'm past that with a NASDAQ. That's cash when the money fall. I'ma slap that. Clap when the money go. You don't slap. That's facts. If the money low, I'ma grab brown man. When it come back, I'ma give back my bad. When the check hit, the direct hit. I'm glad when the check missed the direct hit. I'm sad like, who's that knocking at my window? My window. They say that it's the money. I'm like tenfold. Over and out. That's gon' make you fuck like a limbo. She said she not a, she an.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the San Francisco 49ers. It's the team of the 80s versus the team of the 90s. The Niners, the Cowboys, they're underway. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
There we go. Line 80. Check line 54. Line 54. Exit. 26.
First down, Prescott. Caught by Kyle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. So from the 36 now, first and 10. They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving. I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it. It really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Prescott's throw going to be caught by Gallup. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 31-yard line.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line. Here we go. 4-8. Check line 54. Line 54. Got you, boy.
On first and 10, Prescott into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33, and his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, First interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Here we go, here we go.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at the 34.
Let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Tevin Coleman, 66 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, it's Pollard. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A gain of 5 brings up 3rd and 6.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Hey, kill.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kwan Williams. Cooper was the target there. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
21.
They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
53, check 53.
On 2nd and 7, Garoppolo. The Sanders has got it complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
A gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
Here we go. 180. Watch the curve. Shit.
They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
11. Lock. 80 weapons. 11. Hey, Echo. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike.
They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And, oh, this is going to depend on forward progress. But they're saying no, he didn't get there.
Brendan, let's file this play away for later. Let's note this play because, to me, it's not out of the question that the decision to pass up the 3 there could come back to haunt them later on.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Prescott on first down. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Going to 54. Line. 50.
Room here to run. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a gain of 16 and a Dallas first down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. And again, it's Prescott. He's going to find Gallup here complete. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. They wound up getting nothing out of that 2nd down completion, so now here's 3rd and 10. They'll throw again. Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Getting the sack, the 227-pound linebacker, Quan Alexander.
Here's a 47.
Now Prescott on 4th down. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the 49ers are going to get the football back.
Here we go, here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Let's go, tackle, let's go. We got this, we got this. I got this. Go ahead.
Right back to Coleman here on first down. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Six. Let's go. Hey, we got five. 53. 53 to Mike.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And his pass incomplete.
Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. It's 3rd down and 9 yards to go.
Here we go.
The first down line at the 34 here on third down.
21. Hey, Charlie. Right there. 54. Right there.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on fourth down and 9.
Here we go. Hey, high 7. Mike, 53. 53, Mike. Hey, alert. Hey, Hutch.
Garoppolo to throw for it on fourth. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Here we go. 180. Check. We're going to 54. 180. Man, I got 26.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. A first down throw for Prescott. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And nothing but daylight ahead. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown.
Touchdown, baby.
Well, partner, I do know this. If you're a defensive back, you have more chances to make a team now than ever because people are using 5 defensive backs, 6 defensive back packages. Not exclusively, but way more than before. That was a nickel package there, and what a pickoff.
Why is that? Why are they using that more?
Because more people are throwing the ball on earlier downs than ever before. This has become a passing league, and because of that, more defensive backs on the field on most plays.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get...
Oh, Prescott stripped.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Third and 11. And some extra depth to the secondary here. They're in the dime. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And that is incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
The offense stays put. They failed twice already in this first half, but they're going to go a third time here on fourth down. Complete to Jason Witten. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Prescott now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10. On the left side, Gallup's got it. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Prescott looks to throw on first. It's caught, Cooper. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Prescott yet again. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. From 8 yards out, as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
12. Hey, Delta. Check 53.
Garoppolo now. Completes it to Coleman. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and they're going to have a third down.
13.
Garoppolo looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Back deep for the Cowboys, Tavon Austin. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Check 26, check 26. Two. Get hot.
They will run run again with Coleman. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Garoppolo to throw on 3rd and 1. Got his target, Samuel. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all.
He's got the lane, and there he goes. Past the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Tevin Coleman, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half. So
from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 47. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. D Ford. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result?
Sack.
Quarterback gets hit.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott rolling to his right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage. But instead, he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
One, Omaha.
On 1st down, it's Coleman. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play. 3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Here we go. 180!
Check 48, the mark. That's right, baby. They don't want it.
11, 11, 11, 11. Full.
Let's go, D. Mike 48. Mike 48. Here we go.
From the gun on third, Garoppolo. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Garoppolo to Goodwin there for a 49er first.
I'll give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for him, too.
21.
They'll run on first down. Coleman. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Here we go. Like 80.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Tevin Coleman, 34 yards. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Here we go.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Here we go, 46. Here we go, 46.
Throwing again on second down. Prescott, and that is incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now Prescott. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart.
Time to bring the bass bird. Swear I'm going big like a lineman. She want bring the limes in. She wanna pull up to the crib, we can't dine in. Up right away, couldn't even get a vine in. Straight with the money we aligned in. Tell me how they broke, tryna chime in. Jesus watching over here in diamonds. He the only reason why I do not get violent. Ay, cause he gave me patience. Ay, swear that all makes sense. Ay, when you making bands can make friends. Got a bad little shorty wasting. And I own it, I ain't gotta pay rent. Ay, I know we the ones that ain't them. Put both hands together and I'm saying amen. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going bigger. Postmates how I deliver. My game too cold, made it shiver, but I'm still a hot boy. Cool it down, let it simmer. Hey, see him mad, got him bitter. Can't stop the shine with a dimmer. Only what I give her, and she let her call me baby, but I do not need a sitter. See me dip, yeah, I'm saucing. People at the bank see me often. Let the money run, it's a faucet. She gave me the that's a bosses. Took over the game, now we all in. I was down in the chips, then went all in. Throwing up the game, ain't no vomit. Make my mama stop working, that's the promise. Going big, going big. Everywhere I I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me.
The NFL is on EA Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room, and we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. It's the team of the 80s versus the team of the 90s. The Niners, the Cowboys, they're underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback. It comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go. Go ahead in. Mike. Check. Watch him go. Here we go. Go to 54. Go to 54. Go ahead in.
The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now Pollard.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was. Handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
First down, Dallas.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll try to throw now. Prescott, but he's got Ezekiel Elliott. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling, held it to an okay gain.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. D. Ford drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott looking deep into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. Intended that time for Cooper.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
White.
On 1st down, it's Coleman. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And some room to work. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Tevin Coleman, 31 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Gold with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. And some room to roam now. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. A big play here for Dallas. 68 yards on the ground.
And a Cowboy first down.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Prescott to throw it. Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. Quan Alexander, he brought the pressure on the blitz, and he gets there for a loss of 12. They'll run with Elliott. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
3rd and long for Prescott. And that's Elliott, complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They get a big amount back, 18 yards, but they'll still look at a 4th down now.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. Now, remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this first quarter. Going for it on 4th. They're going to try a second time.
Kill. 47. 65.
Prescott to throw on 4th. He's going to find Gallup here complete. Jason Garrett might be wanting to reconsider the decision to go for it there. And that will force a turnover on downs.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Now, they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
15 for the Niners there and a first down. So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. Here's Coleman. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear in that offense.
On 2nd down now, it's Coleman. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. 18 yards, first down Niners.
A good run there off right tackle in old-school NFL football. The right side, the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Hey, come on.
They'll run on first down. Coleman. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Tevin Coleman with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. Here the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Throwing. Prescott. Caught by Cobb. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. On 4th, they do snap it to Prescott. He's got his target. It's Cobb. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They've been burned twice already on 4th down, but the 3rd time's the charm as they keep the drive moving. A couple of first downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard, and they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
On 2nd down, Pollard. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. The Cowboys on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Normally, I'd say this will lead to a punt attempt, but this offense already shown in the first half that they'll go for it on 4th down.
Oh, they should have already said, punt it, punt it. Head coach have already made that decision.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Letting one. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield. Cooper was the intended target.
When we talk about the best corners in the league, we're usually saying shutdown corners. Guys you can't complete passes against. Richard Sherman fits that definition to a T. The best part of his game, no wasted moves. He studies the opponent so well. Hard to get a pass on Richard Sherman.
They try and run on first down, but this one's going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
Here we go. Wait, 80! White. 2. Hey, Haywood!
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Man open, it's Goodwin. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
12, fellas, here we go.
Mike 48.
Hey, wahoo!
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0.
Here we go.
A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. And Sanders has got it complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Cowboys' defense is going to get them the football back. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. On first down, Pollard. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. On 2nd down now, Pollard. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Here's Prescott.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too in the NFL. They're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction. To throw is Prescott. Got his man there complete to Gallup. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Prescott. Looking in zone, but it's incomplete. Blake Jarwin, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together, the front and back working in.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Cooper was the target there. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. He's going to air one out. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver, and it's second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
54, hey, exit. Check, walk 54, walk 54.
21.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
21.
Championships, baby. Mike's 54. Mike's 50. Hey. Slip.
Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looking to throw on second down. Prescott. Oh, Prescott stripped.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Here we go. 80.
Right there, 54 Mike.
21. Here we go.
They'll run on first down. Coleman. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Check. Watch 54. Check.
White.
Hey, watch out. Check.
On play action, it's Garoppolo. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Leighton Vander Esch wreaking havoc with a sack.
You see me?
And we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player. he wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, like hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it on line, but it comes up about a rotation short. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise, and that'll deny him a shot at 3.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Throw right side, taken in by Gallup. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down.
Here we go.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
We're going to 54.
Mike 54. Mike 54. Come on. Come on, D. Mike 54.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Going to take a shot for Gallup. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one good for 33 and a first.
Hey, box cut.
54 Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, watch 54.
Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. And he's got it. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. From 19 yards away. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Dak dropping this one off for Zeke. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. Prescott now. Forced out to his left. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down. This is Elliott. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And my goodness, another interception. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman, and he returns it.
Hey, how it feel to be the boss? Let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. working hard. Yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. And I gotta win no matter what, like fourth down, Hail Mary, no punch. Like every time I touch down, I gotta stunt. Randy Moss, yeah, my numbers going up. All these trophies, what do I need any more for? Check the stats up, you can check the scoreboard. Check the stats, Jay Critch, I'm the QB. Ran it up and then I went and got a new freeze. How it feel to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star, in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. How it feel to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star, in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. If you ain't a winner, then don't come round. On my way to another city, it's a touchdown. Underlay, yeah, I gotta get it in a rush now. Let them hate, try to knock me down, but we got up now. You say that you ballin', keep it real though. Hey, why I never saw you in the field though? Hey, I make it look easy, it's a field goal. I've been grinding for a minute and I'm still going. How it feel to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star, in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. How it feel to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star, in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon.